How to know if your offer is actually good enough? People ask me this constantly, usually after they've stared at their offer for way too long. How do you know if your offer is actually good enough? They're hoping I'm going to say yes or no, or give them a checklist, or some sort of magic benchmark that can tell them they're safe to actually start selling. But here's the truth that most people miss behind that. Your offer isn't judged by how much work you put into it. It's judged by how fast someone understands the value of it. If someone needs an explanation, convincing, or a walkthrough just to get it, the offer is going to feel weak, even if it's objectively solid. By the end of this video, you're going to stop second guessing your offer and start redefining the part that actually controls the conversion rate that you have. So, most offers don't fail. Unclear value does. Let's get into it. Most people assume that offers flop because they're bad. That's really true, actually. In my experience, most offers are already good. They just don't land. And they don't land because the value is buried underneath everything else. If someone can't immediately see the problem that you solved, the results that you deliver, or why your approach matters, they're not going to buy from you. Not because they don't want the outcome, but because the value of it feels kind of foggy. People will not buy when they're confused. They're going to buy when things click quickly, which means the real question isn't, is my offer strong? The question is my value obvious? And this comes down to a few core pieces that most people overlook. Let's break those down. What actually makes an offer feel strong? Every strong offer has a few things in common, and none of them are bonuses. What matters is how fast someone understands your offer, how clearly it connects to a problem that they already feel, and how confidently the outcome is communicated. Most people try to strengthen an offer by adding more to it, adding more features, more details, more layers on there. But this really doesn't work. Decisions do not happen when people are impressed with what you have. They happen when people feel understood, which is why an offer can be technically strong and still feel really weak. So this is why your offer ends up feeling weak even when it's not. If there's self-doubt, this is where it's going to creep in. People think that their offer isn't good enough because it's not converting the way that they expected it to. But what usually is missing isn't quality, it's the transformation side of it. If someone can't clearly picture what changes after they say yes to your offer, it sounds like more work instead of this level of relief. So the moment that your transformation becomes visible, what gets easier, what's improved, what stress disappears because of your offer, this is where interest jumps. It's not because you've changed your offer, but it's because you finally showed the outcome of what you do, which leads to the real evaluation that you're trying to make. So this is what people are actually deciding when they see your offer. When someone looks at your offer, they're not evaluating the structure of it. They're deciding really how it makes them feel. If it's confusing, they're gonna end up hesitating. If it's clear but it's generic, they're probably gonna just skim over it. But if it's clear, specific, and tied to a real outcome, they're gonna recognize it themselves and then lean into it and want more of it. This isn't about how your offer is built. It's about how clearly its purpose comes through. And this is where positioning changes everything. So this is why positioning changes the way that your offer is perceived. Most offers don't actually need to be rebuilt. Really, they just need to be repositioned. Positioning is what makes the same offer feel more valuable instead of changing everything that's inside of it. So when your angle is sharper, the offer is going to feel more relevant, more urgent, and more tailored to your client, even if nothing about the actual delivery of your product has changed. So in short, you don't need a new offer. You just need a clearer angle. And different types of offers respond to the clarity at different speeds. So let's go over exactly what that looks like and why some offers convert fast and others end up dragging. So not all offers move at the same pace. Offers with a simple outcome, driven promise, tend to convert quickly because the decision is easy. Offers with multiple parts or unclear transformations These take longer because people have to think about them. The clearer the outcome, the faster someone will say yes. And this is why when value finally clicks for your client, your market is going to almost immediately react. So, what does it look like when your value actually clicks for clients? This is the moment that people don't expect. When your offer is positioned clearly, objections drop without you even addressing them directly, which saves you work in the long time. People are going to click more. They're going to save more. They're going to DM with better questions and more interest in your business. Your sales conversations are going to shorten. In the end, your business is going to be seen with more value. And it's nothing about the offer that's changed. It's just the clarity that goes alongside it. And there's a really simple way to audit and redefine the offers to get there. Here's how to redefine your offer with clients. We refine an offer. We don't start by rebuilding it. What we do is we start by clarifying your problem and then the transformation. Then we simplify anything that's going to create friction from that. We strengthen how it's positioned and reinforce it through content. Within a couple of months, your offer is going to feel tighter, clearer, and easier to sell. Not because it became better, but because it became easier to understand. Which is what brings us to the real answer of your question. So, is your offer actually good enough? Your offer is good enough when your audience can quickly understand the problem that you solve, the result that you deliver, and why your approach fits their needs. If your offer isn't converting, don't throw it out the window. Just move into more clarity and better positioning. This is exactly what we do for clients. We take their offer that feels meh and turn it into an offer that sells naturally. Your offer is not the issue. Your clarity is an opportunity for you to grow this even more. So, as you review your offer, let us know in the comments if you have any questions about what works, what doesn't work, ways to improve, apply these strategies. Again, if you ask any questions, we will do our best to answer them as quickly as possible. Be sure to like, follow, to keep up with all of our videos on how to grow your business and how to actually make it look good in 2026. And we'll see you soon.